It's typically conducted as either a cyber HAZOP or cyber PHA, or another methodology would be the cybersecurity bowtie assessment. Both align with the standard and both would comply to the standard. It's just different approaches of achieving the same result.
So the differences between cyber HAZOP and cyber bowtie largely have to do with how they are conducted and how they're visualized. So HAZOP is a very structured, tabular type of assessment. It's based on a process called HAZOP that's been around for decades in process safety and is well known and well understood.
So they're already conducting HAZOPs and PHAs from a safety standpoint, where they analyze safety risk to personnel or whatever due to a failure of equipment. And so it's very easy for them to transition into the HAZOP or PHA methodology for conducting cyber risk. So now instead of a physical hazard or a failure of a piece of equipment, they're looking at a cyber threat causing that same consequence. And so where we see the bowtie come in is, so John and I in the last year have adapted the bowtie methodology, which has been around as a safety engineering study, and adapted it to measuring cybersecurity risk in that same methodology.
And it's called bowtie because it actually looks like a bow tie. It's left and right in a little circle in the center. And the idea of a bow tie is it's very visual. You can see basically cause and effect. Cause is on the left, effect is on the right. So what are the cause in this case when we're talking about cyber? The causes are threats. What are the different threats? The effect is the result. If that threat was to successfully exploit the system, what is the worst case kind of outcome that could happen on the right? So deciding which methodology to use depends on a few different factors. One is, of course, ultimately it is up to the client. But we do work with the clients to determine which methodology is going to be best for them. The HAZOP methodology lends itself well to companies that are regulated by OSHA, which is the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. So if they're regulated to OSHA PSM, Process Safety Management, then they're actually required to do HAZOPs. And so a cyber HAZOP is a really natural, comfortable approach for organizations that are OSHA PSM regulated. If they're not regulated and are not familiar with HAZOPs, then it's actually going to be kind of awkward for them. It'd be a fairly steep learning curve. And that's part of the reason we developed the bowtie methodology, is for organizations that are not already familiar with HAZOPs, not quite as comfortable with that methodology, and are looking for something that's a little bit more intuitive, a little bit more streamlined. And we put quite a bit of effort actually into making the bowtie templated so that we have out-of-the-box templates for common threat scenarios.